You could go stick it in a fucking ruffle bag for all I care for that price.
All right.
If it's like 10 guys, how many try to negotiate the price?
Yeah.
Fucking like 9, fucking 9.5. I'm like the half of that 10th man, he wants to, but he knows if he starts to, I'm gonna say no. Because I always try to set that kind of aggression and dominance in the beginning, because I'm like, look, I'm not a fucking soup kitchen. I'm not a Edison bill. I'm not here to make payment plans. I'm not here to adjust to your price. My price is my price. And my time is worth that. My time, my body, my anything. And if you can't afford a luxury, then why are you here? Because like I said, I'm not here as a necessity. You don't need sex. You could go use your hand and some fucking paper towels for all I care. I really don't care. But I am not here to be your personal $50 service woman. You know what I mean? So
how much should that man go to the club with? Like this is like bare minimum. Like, ain't no girl in here gonna talk to you unless you got this much.
If you buy VIPs, like, you just have to have a couple hundred, like even just 500, just going in and spending that on VIPs. We're gonna respect you so much just because you didn't waste our time. You came in here with a set amount, you spent it, and that's that. But if you're trying to be a big baller, like we just had a big baller the last weekend who pulled out like 1,000 to 2,000 and was throwing a couple hundred each girl set, and he was he came with intent, and that dude probably left with so many numbers, you know what I mean? But that's because he was genuine and he had money to spend.
That PPP
Would you say it was like a artist or something? Or?
I don't know. I didn't think he was. I think it was just, we have customers sometimes that really just support where we work and really like the girls there, or know the owners or the DJs, so they try to just support the whole community, and they'll carry us girls pretty far. And like I said, it's funny because it's usually the people you wouldn't expect to have the money that have the money.
Okay. Yeah. And then you describe how that most men, they look at the women that work in the industry and be like, oh, they're thinking that everybody's making this stacked money. I know that, like, I think maybe it comes from like OnlyFans, maybe that like a lot of women portray that they're just like making in.
It's TikTok.
And just balling.
It's TikTok. It's just TikTok, because it's so many girls that will highlight the glamour side of it. Like, oh, okay, look, I have $10,000. That $10,000 didn't come. And they don't mention how they do sex work for that. 90% of those women that flash those big stacks, they're doing shit outside of that fucking VIP.
So how much is the average girl that doesn't do the side extra stuff and just dances and goes home?
It depends your game. If you have really good game, like you can leave with like 500 to 1,000. I've had good nights where I've made 5,000 to 8,000. Just because of tips on stage, consistency. I work in downtown LA. I work everywhere in SoCal. I work at like 10 different
Yeah, I know
clubs.
a lot of girls that, because we've had a handful of girls be on the show that dance. They always like.
Oh, club hop! You have to. You can't be sitting one place at all, because the money is always fluctuating. So you always want to have diversity.
Makes sense.
Okay. So do you ladies recommend for, in the long run, even as beautiful as a like dancer could be, should they ever want to be serious with a?
I think so. I think being with a dancer is like you mean like being with them ultimately? Like
like to commit.
Oh yeah, I feel like a dancer is one of the best partners you could have.
Why so?
We're so emotionally aware. Like, I mean, come on, we're literally dealing with such vulnerable, emotional people all day long.
Our job consists of like 10 different things. Like,
we're mothers. We're mothers.
Low key psychologists, because y'all got to sit there and listen
to
other guys' problems.
So I've been studying psychology for almost 4 years now. I'm a substance abuse counselor. Apart from this, right? I deal with adolescents and adults that freshly come out of prison and have to deal with drug court, and then I deal with adolescents that come in from drug, consistent families, yada yada, and I deal with so much diversity with that stuff and stuff like that, that I've learned that when it comes down to building like relationships like that and stuff like that, like we're mothers more than anything. We do so much. Like we fix our shoes, we fix each other's hair, we're hairdressers, makeup artists, we deal with emotional people, like
everything.
What couldn't you have out of a dancer? And we make money on top of that, so you don't have to worry about us, you know what I mean, like ever asking you like, oh, can we have this or can we have that, because we'll have that plus more. What we bring to the table isn't really 9-to-5s can do it too. Every woman is different, every woman makes their hustle different.
So what kind of man does it take mentally to date a stripper though?
A real one.
Confident. Confident.
I mean, we always get that saying over here is just a real man. I need a real man. A real man does this. A real man does that.
Someone who's knowledgeable, someone who's smart, you know.
Knowledgeable of what? Of what my woman's going to be doing?
Knowledgeable
Confidence.
of life too, you know, like someone who actually like understands,
knows what
like,
they're
it
talking
is.
about,
Yeah,
knows who they are. Like, if a man comes up to me and it's like, oh, I want to take you, so I had, actually that just happened. The dude that said he wanted to take me on a rooftop date, this dude, oh my god, he left the VIP in love, fucking whatever, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna take you on a rooftop date in LA, and I just kind of like laughed at him, and I'm like, you don't think I could do that for myself? I do that like every other Friday or Saturday with my girlfriend. I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, you know, but I could tell his security was materials. Like, he offers materials. You know what I mean? I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't need a man that is gonna buy my love or search for, like, another thing is, a lot of men that try to date strippers, they have mommy issues. Like, they don't have, a lot of men that come into the club, they don't.
Describe that. What is it?
Men that don't grow up with,
Just like an emotional figure.
a
like,
feminine,
yeah.
like somebody that tends to their, like their nurturing side, like their feminine side. Every man has a feminine side, and it's not a bad thing. It's that you can be a father, you can be friends with women. If you don't have a feminine side, you can't be friends with women or have children, because you can't tune into that part of your femininity. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be able to look at it from both sides. Like, I can look at your side when you're talking about male things, and I can understand what you're saying, and I try to understand your perspective. But a lot of men, when they hear like women things, they shut down, because they're like, oh, that has nothing to do with me, I'm not a woman. You know what I mean? And so a lot of men will come in there and they'll be searching for that nurturing, like, oh, you're so great, good job on your job, like, do you want this, like, how do I do this for you? You have, it's like a service type thing. Like, they're just looking for companionship and that love they never got at home or with their wife, per se.
So would you say that they're very soft and not as masculine?
Not soft, they just don't know how to develop normal relationships with women, or else they wouldn't be there. You know what I mean? Like, if you okay, so like, let's say,
like, I think they want to, but they don't know how.
yeah, exactly, and they have to have guidance, and we're kind of like the guidance, like, okay, well, this is how you talk to women, like, I'll send you off next time, like,
I mean,
you
we
know
get
what I mean?
guys that like ask us a lot of questions that most of the time I never looked at it like that, to be like, oh, this guy have mommy issues. I just see that it comes with a lot of things with just confidence, and it's just
Yeah.
automatically for a man, no one wants to be turned down. I mean, women don't want to be turned down either, but a lot of men like have a problem when it comes to like getting dismissed and rejected.
Oh yeah.
So
well, a lot of women do too, though. Being in the club industry, like, women are constantly getting turned down for dances. Like, you have to remember, we have so much competition, and so women, it's hard to take that away and be like, okay, is it me or is it them? That's why I said I have a three strike rule. I'm not gonna stop until you tell me no 3 times, because something may change and you may be like, oh, well, maybe I do want to dance with her, maybe I do want to talk to her, you know what I mean? But sometimes we get told no a lot, and we have to learn how to be confident after that and still go. Like, if there's a group full of people, you have to be able to go from one person to the next person to the next person, and not be like, okay, well, 3 told me no, so should I just walk away? You know what I mean? No, you gotta be confident and keep going.
okay, how do you describe the man that comes in there and he's faking it? He's fake baller. He's fake
Oh, God.
confidence,
They
fake
just got a
masculine.
nasty ass attitude.
And they got the fake Gucci,
Yeah.
fucking
With their
the
little-
Ross
their little
Gucci.
chain
G's
from
are going the
salon.
right way.
I'm like, I see the green around their neck. I'm like, you've been showering with that fucking shit for years.
So
I'm like,
they always come in there flashy.
oh yeah, and then like I said, they clutch it. I'm like, throw money, and they'll be like,
Like, they'll make sure you
$1.
see the money, but they won't throw it.
Yes, and then they'll like, or they'll be like sitting in the back, and I'll be like, you want to dance? And they'll be like, no, I'm just here to watch. I'm like, watch what? You just pulled out like $1 million once. Like, you gotta watch your rent money. Like, don't go nowhere. Fuck it. Like,
So guys come in there with stacks sometimes and never spend and just leave it.